Welcome back to Cheeky Crypto Uncensored. Let's talk about BNB. It's been a little while since we covered this one off. Let's see how it has moved. When we look at the weekly time frame, we can see, good progression to the upside, as we were expecting on this time frame in particular, looking for this fair value gap to be filled out between $252 and $303. So with the time frames all heavily overbought, can we really realistically be looking at BNB dropping down to $105, potentially that lower target of $77? When we drop down to the daily time frame, well, we can see the progression to the upside has been fantastic, entering into, first of all, our initial retracement area for that yellow B wave, and of course the bigger retracement area for that entire yellow A, B and C structure to the downside. And on those lower time frames, well, we did previously track the first corrective part of this move. So where is the rest of this corrective move to the upside going for BNB? Where are its next targets? Where are its next likely expectations? Let's have a look at all things BNB in today's video. And of course, guys, welcome back after Christmas. Yes, welcome back to Cheeky Crypto Uncensored, guys. I hope you have all had a fantastic Christmas. It's great to have you all back here on the channel. Before we get into today's video, as always, do smash up that like button, subscribe, tap on the bell. You guys have been doing fantastically with that recently. We really do appreciate it. So yeah, let's get on to this one for today. BNB token or BNB coin. Obviously, Binance we will be using as the data source. So first of all, we can see we have seen great progression to the upside here. Previously, we were looking at that move in the C wave to $258 with a higher level of $268. When we really zoom onto this one, guys, well, we can see how we did come into this area and we found a great rejection from here. Coming on down, which obviously looks like a very impulsive move. The structure itself is a horrible structure, let's be perfectly honest here, but it does overall look like we have a bit of an A, B and C coming on down to around about here for BNB. So yeah, it's not a great looking structure, but nonetheless that move happened. So where do we go from here? What are the targets? What are the expectations? Well, let's look at the simple part of it first. We are trading above the 50 SMA in red, the 50 EMA in red, the 50 SMA in green, and of course the 200 EMA in white here. We are trading above equilibrium. Smart money concepts showing a weak high, showing a strong low. So overall, the price chart within itself is bullish. When we look down to the stochastic positioning, well, we can see there is still a little bit of momentum to the upside if we really drag this one open, but we can see the yellow line peaking back to the upside once again, showing a bit more momentum to the upside. But overall, we are starting to get to the end of this push to the upside. When we really take a look at what is going on here, let's just take that 100% move of this initial corrective pattern to the upside that we did trace out here, and of course we will bring it over to its next swing low. This one coming on here, I believe it would be $222.50, which we can see we have snapped onto. Zooming on back out, well, we know we will be expecting a couple of target areas here for the price action. First of all, it will be that 1-to-1 Fibonacci retracement level of $299.50, and then secondly, we will look at that 1.236 coming at $321.30. This giving us this target area that we would be looking for the price to come on into for BNB, where of course we can see we have seen the price fall up upon. $314.40, excuse me, is the high we have on the charts for now. Simply drawing this on, guys, we will be looking at this overall as an A, B and C corrective pattern. But one thing we really should actually draw back onto here as well is looking at the possibilities of this one overextending, where we can see it has been quite a dramatic push to the upside so far. We can see the 1.32 fib level here of $335. Let's just mark this one on the charts, $335.50. This being the 1.382, we can keep an eye on this level, and of course we will be definitely keeping an eye on that 1.618 impulsive trigger level. Now, it's not really a concern just now with it sitting so high on the charts, but we will obviously be looking to keep an eye on this one coming at $359.90, and we'll just correct this one down also. So we have this one for future analysis. We know what we are looking at on the charts here. So the move overall, we know currently sitting as a big A, B and C structure. We could see this one extend up towards that 1.382 still within the structure. Anything beyond would be a W, X and Y, where we could potentially see another X and Z wave. The 1.618 being the impulsive move, I don't think is the likely play. Considering the moves coming up here very corrective, should we hit there, that's perfectly fine. We can address that one. But overall, the price action of BNB is very much meeting the expectations. You know, these moves that we were looking for, quite some time for, the price to really push on up, find a bit of consolidation and look for its correction. So when we do look at it from the daily time frame, well, we can see that we have came up into the target areas, or the typical retracement areas, should I say. First of all, this one we have highlighted here. If we could click onto it, there we go, between $268.10 with a higher level of $328.90. Now, this is the typical retracement of this B wave move down, this C wave move down here. This entire retracement area is the 50 to 88.2% of that C wave. Then of course we have the bigger target area here, or retracement area, between $283.60 and $367.60. This is the entire retracement of this A, B and C structure. So from all the way back here, roughly, what would this be, the 8th of November, rough price around about $398, all the way down to here on the 9th of October. This entire move, this is the retracement area, the typical retracement area for this one. So we could still see this price pushing up a little bit more, which is absolutely fine. We've obviously mapped that one out on the lower time frames. So then we can look, what is the likely play from here? Well, we can see the stochastic positioning zooming on into that bottom right hand corner. The daily, the weekly overbought, the 8 hour overbought, the 1 hour overbought, the 4 hour pushing back up to that overbought positioning. Well guys, I think that kind of paints a pretty telling story. That may be the bearish bones coming out inside of me, but I do think we are in the midst of the end of this move to the upside, if that's the right way to be putting this one, that we should be looking for that correction. So what would that correction look like? Of course, we have seen this initial move to the downside. We can take that 100% move of this, which we can see comes to here, and what we'll do for the purpose of this one, we'll take it to the higher level here, that let's get it right, $328.90. Let's just bring this fib back down to there, $328.90. Well, we would be looking for this initial push to the downside, to the 1-to-1 to the 1.236 level, where we can see this is $166.80 and $142.10. This move itself would be obviously an incredibly bearish move. It would be a fantastic trade, we know that one of course, but I don't know if this would be the end of that move should it happen. We would look at this overall as a bigger A, B and C structure to the downside. Let's just keep that one over here to the daily time frame. So this would be an incredibly bearish move, but a move I think is likely to play out. Now of course, when we look at this from its current price, that is a 46 to 55% correction. Then if we do see this one come up to that level, you're looking around about 56% correction, the upper end being around a 49% correction. And I think that's the kind of moves we're likely to see happen in this market. I think the market is getting ready for that correction. Yes, we've said it for such a long time. Timing the market is impossible. You cannot time the market. Sometimes, you can be fairly accurate, but overall you cannot time the market in my opinion. So yes, we are looking for and we are waiting for excuse me, that correction in the market. And I think that is, the duly accurate thing we're waiting to play out here, and we can see that on that daily time frame. When we do look at it from the weekly time frame, well, we can see the moves that have played out. It's been a fantastic push to the upside. It's great to see, but overall it has been a corrective move, filling out this fair value gap, which we were looking at to be the likely possibility to happen. This one between $303, $252, we can now take that one off the charts. It has been filled out. So what we can see when we really zoom out onto this one, we were talking about that possibility of the bigger A, B and C scenario. Now that would be the minimum expectation in my opinion for this move to the downside. What we can see when we really do zoom out here is this bigger structure we could be seeing play out here, and that one is incredibly bearish, looking at $105.60 to $77.20. So when we look at the structure that is playing out, once again talking about this being perhaps just the start of this move, we could potentially be looking for another corrective move to the upside, which would then be followed by another drop to the downside, or we could see this one go very bearish and go very impulsive. This would obviously look a bit more like a wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, wave 5, making the price action, the price target of BNB even lower. Some key interesting levels I think we have to appreciate on the charts here. This first fair value gap, this one coming from the 15th of February 2021 between $186 and $148. I think we're likely to see this one filled out. I don't think it's going to be too much trouble, to see the price come down there when we do see these prices pull back. The next one we have on the charts here from the 8th of February 2021. This one's between $108 and $75. This would fall in line with that C-wave target area we have here between $105 and $77. Then we have the more bearish ones down here at $67 to $45 from the 25th of January 2021. Then of course we do have this previous area of support turned resistance. This is an area of interest should we see capitulation for the price action of BNB. This would be mass capitulation, $43.40 to $39.60. So let's not even think about that one just now, because it would be, that would be quite a gruesome pullback in the market should we see, the price action really drop down that far. But as a level we will be keeping our eyes on. Overall, the mass target here on that weekly time frame, I do think we have the possibility, first of all, of seeing sub $200 BNB once again, perhaps coming down sub 150. But overall, looking at that $118, that's $75 in that fair value gap, aligning with that C-wave gives us, the idea that we may be seeing these prices, really pulling on back. We can see the stochastic positioning. Everything is indicating, that we are starting to expire on these moves to the upside. In my opinion, we don't have much left. Whether it's the Fed pivot, whether it's something macroeconomically that we're not quite aware of just yet, whatever it may be, I do expect a pullback in the markets. So guys, just a quick roundup, a quick update of my thoughts, my opinions, my outlook on the charts for BNB. Let me know your thoughts, your opinions in the comments down below. As always, if you enjoyed today's video, smash the like button before we leave for today, guys. If you are going to trade, please do trade safely. Have a nice tight stop loss, make some great gains, stay safe in the space, and until next time, have a very nice day.